going on, guys? Seth from Schmick Squadron coming back at you with another video. It's been a while. I moved. I have my own place. And I moved in with my missus, and so I've been very, very busy as of late, but I'm hoping now that I have my own place and stuff like that, I'll have more time to record videos and stuff like that, and just kind of produce content and whatnot. So, let's talk about YCS Dusseldorf and what I think is the TCG's top 5 meta decks from pretty much this point on, which is what, February 25th, I think it is? I think it's February 25th. Regardless. Top 5 decks, in no particular order, I guess, but I would think they'd be pretty easy to guess. So, my number 5 will go with, I think, personally, Guru Control deck is a really good control deck. It's a really, really good control deck. It got top 16, I believe. I think that deck is a very good meta pick and a really good contender. The weakness is, of course, if you don't draw Guru, then the game can get really, really hard because you can get outgrinded. But if you open with Guru, or your Hidden City searches Guru or something, and you can just explode off, then you're in a really good position because that deck plays a lot of good floodgates. Like, there can only be one, plays Subterra Final Battle, which resets itself, so I mean, it's always on the field until you actually get rid of it. You have Umastrix, who can flip itself over and keep banishing for removal. It can also do a lot of damage. 43 is pretty fucking huge, so that's nothing to scoff at. Fiendus is an incredible hand trap, because, I mean, it negates anything. It literally negates anything. All you need is a Subterror, and it'll negate anything. And I think it can negate on field too, if I remember that correctly. But yeah, that's a good card. And then Archer, and then if you play the continuous spell card that lets you keep adding back the Fiendus, so that's really good. I mean, the deck plays like Impermanence. I think it plays Impermanence. It can play Effect Veiler, Ash, Fiendus. I think usually it runs Ash, Fiendus, Veiler, and stuff like that, which is an insane lineup of hand traps. It's 9 hand traps if you want. And then a bunch of really good floodgates. So, I mean, what are you going to do? So, I think that's a really good contender right now for the meta. Just my opinion, but yeah, I really do think it's a really good meta pick right now. So, that would be my number 5. Number 4. Now, I kind of went back and forth on this one a little bit, because I was I don't really want to put Trickstar there. I was I don't really want to put Trickstar there. I'm not even going to put Altergeist on this list. It hasn't topped. It's been doing fine in regionals, but, I mean, other than that, I just don't think I want to give it to it. And that's why I kind of put Guru in its spot. Trickstar is, it's tried and true. It's the one card engine and, and stuff like that. But there's just better control decks right now. Altergeist is better than it. Guru Control's better than it. Solomon Great, Strikers. I mean, come on. So, my number 4 pick would be Danger or Danger Variants. So, Pure Danger is honestly pretty good by itself there. I know it got a couple tops at regionals and stuff like that. But honestly, Danger's incorporated with other decks is really powerful. You've got Danger, Danger Orcust, Danger Lunalight, Danger Dragon. I'm not talking about Danger Thunder Dragon either. I'm talking about just Danger Dragon. I'm pretty sure that got a top 16, which is nuts. Dangers are probably going to be a bane kind of to this game's existence, because, I mean, if you think about it, for anyone that somehow doesn't know what dangers are, which I'm assuming any of you that are watching a TCG meta video knows what danger is and knows what those cards do. Nessie's insane. Jackalop's insane. Tsuchinoko's insane. Mothman's kind of insane too. I mean, they're all really good cards that just say, as long as you like can special summon the card, discard, draw one. They're all upstart goblins. They are all upstart goblins that summon themselves, and if they don't summon themselves, then they just get some sort of other advantage. Like they don't really have they just don't really have that many downsides. Like Tsuchinoko, for example, even if you hit that card, it still special summons itself back. Like Nessie, searches, Jackalope, specials, Chupacabra or like from grave, Chupacabra specials from deck. What? I'm pretty sure Mothman also discards and draws. Like it's I'm pretty sure it's dark. Yeah, it's like Dark World Dealings. That's insane. And then you already. Oh my god. Like I just think it's insane that when you special summon them, you draw a card. They're all upstart goblins. Yeah, and if they're not that, then they just do something else in the grave. Like I said, Mothman's Dark World Dealings, Nessie's a search, Jackalope's a special from deck, or from grave, Chupacabra's one from grave, I believe. Tsuchinoko special summons itself. Bigfoot pops a face up. Thunderbird pops a face down card. Like, they're literally all nuts, man. And like I said, if you special summon them off their effect, they draw a card. You get to draw a card. And then you put it with the Orcists, which work really well with that kind of thing, because then they just banish themselves and they get some sort of effect, like special from deck, special from hand, special from grave. Search, mill. Deck's nutty. That deck's nutty. And then the dragons, you just special like Elpsy, like the white dragon and the black dragon to special summon Red MD to special something else. Or if you put Clips Wyvern into your hand from one of the dangers, you just banish Red MD or Levianair, and then you banish it with Collapse Serpent or Light Pulse. Oh, God. Oh my gosh, dangers are insane, man. Dangers are really good. And then they just have so many cards that work. Just work. They work with them. I mean, I'm talking card destruction. You have hand destruction sends, so no. But you have card destruction. You have... Wait. I think they just need to be sent to the grave. Regardless. You have hand destruction. You have card destruction. You have Dark World Dealings. You have Allure. You have... what's that other card? The one that like banishes 5 and then you draw 3. You have the PKs. I mean, there's just so many things that work with that deck, work with that engine and those monsters way, way, way too well. And then they link climb super easily. Nah, man, nah. It's insane. I mean, like I was thinking that's for another time. Anyways, Dangers is really, really good, and Danger variants are also really, really good. Number 3, this should come as no surprise, but Sky Striker. Sky Striker is really, really good. Sorry about that. Sorry about the vibrate. Someone texted me. But Breaking Fourth Wall. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Sky Striker, I think I said. Yeah, Sky Striker. That's no surprise. I mean, Sky Striker is tried and true, man. The way it can adapt to things, and then just like it's literally almost a better spell book. Engage is not once per turn. Widow, you still have 3 Widow Anchor. Drone's still at 1, which is fine. I mean, all it did was hurt the engine, not the deck. Still have multi-roll, Zero, the field spell. I think it's Absolute Zero or something like that, but it's the field spell. Widow Anchor, you still have like Shark Cannon's a decent card. Afterburner and Jamming Wave are both fantastic cards, especially when you have 3. Like Going Second, if you're able to get 3 spells in there, like they just get all their like bonus effects. Ray's a great card. You still, of course, Kagari, Shizuku, Hayate, one Kaina, maybe in like time or something, and who knows if we're ever gonna get a light one, because Ray's dark, so you might get a light Sky Strike, and that thing could be good. there's just Sky Strikers are so good, man. They're so good. Multi-roll, just being like judgment to set your cards and engage to keep adding your cards, Shizuku to add back cards, Kagari to add back cards, Hayate to dump cards, Kaina to burn. I mean, like, dude, all their cards do something, and they're all good. They're just all good. And it's just consistent, man. It's very consistent. Plus having the Metal Foes fusion with the Foolish Goods, right? Just like Foolish Goods, Metal Foes fusion, bam, done, good, got it. Like, it's two right there. It's two spells in your grave right there. All you need is one more. You're ready to go. And then before you end your turn, just go Metal Foes fusion, shuffle back, and draw a card. Or do you have to do that the turn after? I haven't read Metal Foes Fusion in a while, but either way, like, you still have two spells in there, and then either on that turn or the next turn, you're drawing another card because Metal Foes Fusion is just that. Just send back, draw. Like, sure, dude, yeah, I guess. And then the fact that the deck can also have a very strong going second, like Twin Twisters, Mind Control, Evenly, and other good picks as well. And then the fact that you have many hand traps to run, you have a lot of options with that deck, because like Twin Twister runs really well with that deck. Just dump another spell, and then all you need is one more spell, and then you're getting your advantage. So like maybe half your hand's gone, but by that time all the rest of your cards are doing something now. Like your Engage is getting another card, your Afterburners popping another card, your Jamming Waves popping another card, your Shark Cannon, I believe, banishes now, or no, I think it like banishes, or you can special summon something. There's just a lot of there's so much that deck can do. And then like Kagari can get cards going. Can get your Hornet Drone back for whatever the reason you need. It can get Engage back. Shizuku can search whatever card you didn't have in your grave or something. I mean, my gosh, man. Striker's very good. It's consistent, it's good, it's tried and true, and until that deck really gets hit, and even when it gets hit, it'll still be good. It'll still be really good. So, honestly, expect Sky Striker to still do many things. Number 2... And like I said, this is no in particular order, but another deck that I think is no surprise here is Thunder Dragon. And you could be like, well, wait, why don't you just put Thunder Dragon with like danger variants? But honestly, man, Thunder Dragon's all its own beast, all on its own. It can run dangers. It runs like chaos variant. Like it runs both. It's got the dragons like Collapse Serpent and Wyvern Buster and Eclipse Wyvern and Levianair and like Red MD, and then the dangers to just keep dumping the stuff and pushing, and then you got your Thunder Dragons that discard and then can get banished off the dragons for more freaking resources, and then you just put like triple Colossus on board and you just pass and you're like, good luck, fam. Why? The deck isn't as good in OCG as it is here, just plain and simple, because OCG doesn't have dangers. They don't have dangers, and dangers blows that deck wide open to just push, and even then, you like all your stuff can just push, man. You just got the Wyvern Bust, you got the Chaos Dragon package that pushes hard. You have the Thunder Dragons that just get resources out the wazoo, whether you discard them or banish them. They're insane. You have I think I already said the dangers, of course, dangers. The Thunder Dragons, and then just everything mixes well into that deck. Everything comes in well. And it's good because it can also push in going second. Like, going first, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal going first. It can push through many negates. Like, you can have Ash and like Valor, or Ash and Ghost Bell, and it'll still make a good it can still, as long as its hand is like something, it can make a relevant board with like 2 Colossus and like maybe a Levianair to like rip a card out of your hand or something. The deck is so good. And Walking Mistake ain't no joke. Walking Mistake is not a joke. So, I mean, Thunder Dragons, man, they're a good deck. Now imagine Thunder Dragons with like grass and snow. Yeah. That deck would be nuts. 60 card Thunder Dragon with 60 cards. 60 card grass Thunder Dragon with snow. Oh my gosh, with Master Rule 3, so you can just put a bunch of Colossus on board, or you can make like Hope Harbinger and then have a Colossus on board, and like Levianair rips a oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about it. It's just can you imagine like putting like Roar, Hawk, Dark, and there's one more. What is it? Roar, Dark, Hawk. There's one more that I'm missing here. I know there's one more that I'm missing here. I don't remember. But like even your regular Thunder Dragon, like just alright, dump, add 2, and then you have, like I said, you have Dark, Hawk, Roar, and then I know there's a 4th one that for some reason I can't. Matrix. There's Matrix in there as well. Just oh my gosh, could you imagine banishing those monsters with snow and like Giant Rex or something, and just like getting all that advantage, and then summoning snow and summoning Giant Rex, and then you have like an Abyss Dweller or something on your field too. You could have like Colossus, Abyss Dweller, like a Levianair, and like a Hope Harbinger or something. Oh my gosh, dude, that field would be broken. Let's not think about that. Okay? Let's think about today. Let's think about now, in the now. But yeah, Thunder Dragon is good. Tried and true. That deck is insane. It pushes hard, pushes damage, makes really good solid boards. I mean, the deck's just good, man. The deck's really, really good. So, Thunder Dragon. And then to round off this top 5, and if you haven't guessed it already, God, I sound like Simo, but yeah, if you haven't guessed it already, I'm sure you know it's coming. It's Solomon Great. Okay, that deck is proving itself, man. That deck is proving itself. Could have gotten first at the YCS if the guy didn't misplay, but I mean, like, you can kind of blame him, I guess, but can you also, like, at the same time, you kind of can't. It's like a 50-50. Some of the Orcus can be kind of big, but, like, yeah, if he just attacked with Jack Jaguar, then he would have won. And Solomon Great, right after the release, would have been first place. That says a lot, man. That says a lot. When Solomon Greats get to the finals, that says a lot. And I know at Dusseldorf 1 and 2, Sky Striker and Solomon Great were both there, and so was Thunder Dragons. I know Guru Control was there. I know there's some Trickstar stuff, but Dangers showed up, man. Those decks showed up, but Solomon Greats showed up, man. In both events, they showed up. And at the ARG, the PPG, regionals, that deck is topping, and that deck is good. I knew that deck was going to be good. I was telling people, and like some of the people in my group chat and whatever, we were having discussions. Some people thought it was going to be not bad, but not great. But I thought that deck was going to be great. I knew that. Like, I didn't think that deck was going to be mediocre. Solomon mediocre. I know it's a joke. That the Salad Boys, but Solomon Greats are good, man. They're good. That 1 card plus 3 is really good. And then the fact that they can run like 9+ hand traps, running like Ash Veiler, the Phantasmal guy, and Permanence, Ghost Bell if you want. I mean, you got choices for days. You got you just have a 1 card combo, and mostly all you got to run is Spinny, Gazelle, Foxy, and then Jack Jaguar. I know some people are messing with like the Bird and other stuff like that, but the deck's really good, man. Sunlight Wolf is good, recurring your resources. I mean, Valix is good. Link 1 that can also link off to itself, like link into it, link off to another one, so it gets its effect, and that way you have one engraved. That means you can protect your Solomon Great cards, so your Sunlight Wolf's good. and some of your other cards are good, like your Gazelle's insane. The rank 3 is insane. I just can't remember what the rank 3 does. I can pop a card. Circle's good. Lady Debug's good. Especially if someone tries to Droll and Lockbird you and you have the circle, you go Debug and then you just have the circle. You already got your 2 searches, so it doesn't even matter, man. It doesn't matter. They're gonna get both. And then you have Sunlight Wolf, you have the continuous spell, Will, like a soul charge, that card's good. Their field spell that Valinx just searches, puts on the board, you go into Sunlight Wolf, you link it off into the other Sunlight Wolf so it can get both of its effects. I mean, the deck's just good, man. And then it runs Floodgates, like, I know it runs, I'm pretty sure it's Rivalry that it runs because they're all fire. So it runs Rivalry. It runs it can run Impermanence. I'm pretty sure most builds do. It runs freaking Rage and Roar, which is a pop and a negate. So you have a so like normal board, but if you don't negate anything and they just go off without any other cards in hand, is Sunlight Wolf with the rank 3 with a double pop and a negate and a destruction protection, like a battle protect, like, yeah, deck's good. $30 deck, real good, man. And then all you need to do is get Lady Debugs, which are $10, or you can just go buy the other structure deck. So I mean, like, $60, and then I know Sunlight Wolf is kind of for a rare, guys. Really, $10 basically for a rare, Jesus. But I mean, like, the deck's good. By the way, Sunlight Wolf should definitely get a super in the next OTS. That would look really good as a super. That would look really, really good as a super. But Solomon Great's good, man. It's really good. It's a really good control deck. People, like, it's got a bad Draco matchup, but, like, I know a lot of people that I was talking to were worried about, like, how does that deck go second? And yeah, it's kind of weird going second for that deck, but I mean, that is why you have the side deck. But going first, man, that deck is good. That deck is really, really good, man. So definitely learn your Solomon Great matchup. But for honorable mentions, I'm going to mention Trickstar because it was topping. It did top up at the regional. It's a good deck. Watch out for it. Prank Kids, I still feel like it's a contender. I don't know. It's still a good deck, but now that Solomon Great is out, it's a little harder for that deck to actually run and function. So maybe watch out for it. You probably don't have to watch out for it as much. Altergeist, still watch out for that deck. It's topping at regionals. Yeah, it didn't top at the PBG or the ARG or these YCS, but watch out for it. It's still good. It's still a good deck. It's still a great control deck. It still has Village. Multi-Faker's still a good card. Linking into your Link Karibo is still really, really good. And getting your search is really good. The deck's fine. The deck is fine. The deck is good. Watch for it. Cyber Dragons is another one to look out for. There's a lot of rogue decks, I guess, to look out for right now. But I guess, like, the 5 big ones, I would say, to me, is Trickstar, Altergeist, ABC, Draco, and what was the other deck that I said? Oh, Jesus. I know I put Cyber Dragon in there, but I guess Orcus, since it did win the YCS, but I mean, Orcus you can kind of put in with Danger variant, but also Danger Orcus can be its own beast. I mean, Orcus is going to be really good once the new cards come out, so I mean, definitely watch out for Orcus. They're a really good deck. Until more stuff comes out and whatnot, that's where I see our meta standing at, as the top 5 decks being like Guru Control, Danger Variants, Thunder Dragon, Sky Striker, and Solomon Great. Those are the 5 decks I would look out for and side for, and watch out for your locals, your regionals, and your bigger events like ARG, PPG, and YCS. So that's all I got for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, guys. Peace.